Hey everybody, and welcome to episode 4 of Horribly Cliche. This episode marks our first monster movie, the 97 film directed by Llosa. Anaconda actually has a rather all-star cast. It's got Jennifer Lopez, Ice Cube, Jon Voight, Eric Stoltz, Owen Wilson. Right off the bat, we see Danny Trejo. Don't get too excited. Danny does not stay with us very long. J-Lo plays this person named Terry. Eric Stoltz plays a person named Dr. Kale. They're looking to make a movie on this tribe called the People of the Mist because you can't find them very easily. We're introduced to Ice Cube.
Yeah, well, today's a good day.
He plays somebody, but it doesn't really matter. It's just Ice Cube. Jonathan Hyde plays Warren Westridge, the talent of the documentary.
Morning!
Carrie Werwer plays the production manager. And Owen Wilson plays the sound man.
Respect this, sound man.
There's this guy too, but it doesn't matter. So the gang sets off on the Amazon River and through the jungle.
Is it just me, or does the jungle make you really, really horny?
So they find this guy Cerrone, who's shipwrecked. He's played by Jon Voight, who's totally not evil. Not evil.
Thank the Lord!
I'm pretty sure Jon Voight showed up to set and last second went, I'm going to do an accent. I don't know where from. We even learn where he's from.
Where are you from, Mr. Cerrone? Paraguay.
Still doesn't explain the accent.
Really?
We also learn he's into snakes.
Snakes.
We learn pretty quick the CGI for the snake took the majority of the effects budget.
It's pretty, huh?
If by pretty you mean pretty obviously hanging from strings, then sure. Okay, real quick. When I was doing research on this movie and I was looking at the cast, the Anaconda gets a voice credit by a guy named Frank Welker. Initially, I thought that's really, really funny. And then I looked into Frank Welker, and this dude is a freaking voice acting legend. For those of you who don't know, he's the voice of Megatron, Scooby-Doo, Fred, Santa's Little Helper, Nibbler, Curious George, Bullseye from Toy Story, Abu from Aladdin, Dragon, Pegasus, Cricket, the voice of Godzilla, Barney Rubble, the Bigfoot, like all the Muppet Babies, a handful of the Smurfs, Spike from Land Before Time, the Gopher from Caddyshack, a bunch of G.I. Joes, a bunch of Jetsons, and basically all the Gremlins. And literally 855 other acting credits. While making this video, he got his 856th credit. The guy's an absolute legend who made a paycheck off of this movie just hissing into a microphone, and I think that's incredible. Alright, let's keep going.
You better stay low, before you get a halo.
See, it's literally just Ice Cube. I don't even think he knows his character's name. At least Jon Voight knows what his character does,
I trap snakes for a living.
but still uses this horribly fake accent.
You can accept it or reject it. Leave me at the next village.
So for some reason they have a rope just in the water by the propeller. I don't know why, but the obvious happens and they get stuck.
Looks like I'm gonna have to cut us loose.
The doctor decides he's the most equipped to cut them free, despite 2 locals on board and a snake hunter. What the hell? Oh, that's good. So while underwater, the doctor starts freaking out, and it's because there was a wasp in his scuba gear. I guess he didn't check that or something. So their path is blocked by this wall that he says is new, despite looking super old. So they decide to blow it up, which turns out to be the worst decision of the whole movie because they lose their boat, they lose all their fuel, and they dump a bunch of snakes on top of themselves. Besides that, though, it's going pretty good for them up to this point. This is followed by the least threatening monster of the movie. They're not poisonous or anything, so this is literally just a snake trying to bite his finger. The group then continues down the river and somehow gets over that island in the middle of the... Oh, a jump cut. Power of Hollywood. The group comes across Danny Trejo's boat from the beginning. They raid it for supplies. Okay, this guy is our first snake victim, but while he's getting eaten, I want to tell a quick story. So back in 7th grade, I was invited to my first ever birthday party, and I knew I had to bring him a gift. But as a 7th grader, I didn't have a lot of money, so I went to Walmart. I went to the $5 DVD bin, and I basically grabbed the first one I could find, and it happened to be this movie, Anaconda. He unwraps it at his birthday party in front of all the kids, all the adults. I had left the $5 sticker on the DVD, and I don't know if his mom was embarrassed for me or what, but she was like, "Oh, let's all watch the movie." And then we all sat there and watched Anaconda, like 30 people watched Anaconda together. So this movie holds a really special place in my heart. I'd like to apologize to Mateo for talking through his whole death.
Don't make me out a monster.
So Cerrone talks to Owen Wilson and convinces him to hunt this snake with him. He says, you're already out here, the movie's clearly off, you might as well make some money capturing this big snake.
You know, let's film Cerrone capturing a big snake.
And I don't know why the group is so opposed to it. They all clearly realize Cerrone is dangerous, but he knows the area and he's clearly using them for the snake. So Owen Wilson is like, let's just cooperate, help him capture a snake, and then we get to leave here with our lives. But that's apparently an insane idea.
This isn't you.
Dude, Cerrone, I literally was just defending you. Say something to at least calm him down.
Play some cards.
So after a rousing game of cards, they fish for the snake, and it actually works. Somehow, they catch the snake. Okay. Okay, let's pause for 2 seconds. Did you guys notice it as well? They did a Hitchcock Zoom, or the technical term is called a Dolly Zoom. It's where they change the zoom on the lens while moving closer to the subject, so they appear roughly the same size while the background gets pulled in tighter. It's a really cool camera trick, and I'm actually kind of impressed it's in this movie. Okay, sorry for being educational, let's get back to being goofy. So if Cerrone is there, Terry is there, Ice Cube and Denise are here, Westridge is coming down the stairs, Dr. Kale is sick in bed, and Owen Wilson is on light number 1. Who the hell is on this other light? We can't dwell on that long because a snake vomiting a monkey onto somebody is the funniest part of this whole movie. So after a few tense moments, Owen Wilson is sadly our second snake victim. He does get to say one last thing to his wife before he dies, though.
Wow.
Oh, come on, you kind of believe me. So Terry attempts to seduce Cerrone so they can get a drop on him. Ice Cube forgets how mirrors work. Thankfully, the surprise attack by Westridge gets him knocked out. And at this point, they just tie him up, which I don't understand. He's responsible for multiple people's death, and he's clearly not going to help them until he gets the snake. But I suppose tying him up isn't going to backfire. We only have another 40 minutes of the movie. Oh, yeah. Anybody else forget this guy existed? Just me? So while going further up the river, they run aground by this waterfall. They figure the best way to get out is to tie some ropes to some trees and pull themselves back. Denise tries to avenge Owen Wilson. That goes about as well as you would expect. Also, this is some Yoda-level maneuvering here. I'm thoroughly impressed. Luckily for Cerrone, Denise's body fat percentage is low enough she just sinks like a rock, so the snake decides to show up to check in on his buddies. Warren challenges the snake to a climbing competition, which if you have ever seen a snake climb, that's a horrible choice. A fight ensues on deck, and due to Cerrone's old age, he loses his stool. Oh, Ice Cube's dead. Oh yeah, this guy's still on the boat. Good for him. But again, there's a lot of time in this movie, so I'm not hopeful this dude's dead.
I'm gonna try to get us out of here.
But how are you going to do that, Ice Cube? Are you going to rewind the film so it looks like the boat's going in reverse? No, that's literally what they do. I have so many questions as to why they chose to do it this way, but this is the movie that we chose to watch today. So our heroes come across this old hut to try to get more fuel and eat. Okay, yeah, sure. And this guy's here. Why wouldn't he be here? He ties them up and uses them as bait to attract another large anaconda because there's apparently a lot of them and they like blood. They can smell blood. I don't know. I'm not going to Google it. So he actually manages to capture the thing, but he ties the rope to like some old rusty pipe and it breaks out immediately. And so, he gets eaten and put into a giant fleshlight. Yeah, thanks. Can't unsee that. So the snake Kool-Aid Man's his way through the wall and okay. I know we talk about unkillable killers, but not this time. Please, just die. So let's try to get back to some normalcy. Ice Cube sets the snake on fire, so the movie's over, and apparently not. It's a fire snake now. Okay. All right, can we? Okay, good, it's dead. And it's not dead. It's the Unkillable Killer 2, the more unkillable. They made a sequel of this movie, you know. And who in the hell are these people? Oh, that's right. They were here to film these people. Yep, okay, great. Is it over? Did we do it? And that was Anaconda. Despite it slowly slipping me into madness, it is still an enjoyable movie. It's actually listed among the 100 most enjoyable bad movies ever made from the Golden Raspberry Award Foundation, the official Razzie movie people. So it does have some watchability to it. They did make a sequel. I I don't think we'll be watching the sequel. I mean, you never know, though. A year might go by, I might forget all about this video and then get suckered into the second one. Well, until next time, we can like, comment, subscribe, do whatever you got to do. And as always, stay happy and stay healthy.